Pain is temporary. Purpose is forever asterisk. There is a moment of silent, soul-piercing moment when the pain screams louder than your dreams. When the weight of your failures sits on your chest like a boulder that refuses to budge. When you question everything, the path, the purpose, the point. And in that hour, you have two choices. You can surrender to the STING, or you can rise scarred, bloodied, breathless, but with fire in your eyes. Asterisk, because pain is temporary. But purpose is eternal. Asterisk, you see, the problem isn't the pain. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is the messenger, the sculptor, the sacred fire that forges steel from flesh. You do not become great despite the pain. You become great because of it. Asterisk, asked Thomas Edison, who failed 10,000 times before the world saw a flicker of light. 10,000 nights of darkness. 10,000 whispers of doubt. But the man was possessed by something deeper than discomfort. He was possessed by purpose. And purpose is the one force that makes a man immortal in spirit, even when his body wants to quit. Asterisk, you are not your pain. You are the one who feels it and moves forward anyway. The world has sold you comfort like it's a virtue. It has trained you to worship ease, to avoid discomfort, to fear adversity. But here's the brutal truth: they lied to you. Growth doesn't live in comfort. Comfort is a cage, and most people are sleeping inside of it, wondering why they feel so empty. Asterisk, it is in discomfort where the soul wakes up. It is in struggle where strength is born. When the storm hits and the winds tear at your foundation, that's when you meet yourself. Not when everything is going right, but when everything is falling apart. That's when the real you shows up. And the real you isn't soft. The real you isn't fragile. The real you is forged in hell and destined for heaven. Asterisk, every legend, every titan of industry, every revolutionary thinker, every world shifter was once a nobody who made a decision to never bow to pain, but to master it. They weren't special. They weren't chosen. They were willing. Asterisk, willing to be misunderstood, willing to be laughed at, willing to be broken and rebuilt. Asterisk, when Henry Ford envisioned the automobile for the masses, they mocked him. When Walt Disney pitched a cartoon mouse, they said he was insane. When Lincoln stood his ground in the face of civil war and national collapse, he didn't do it because it was easy. He did it because he believed the future was worth bleeding for. Asterisk, that's purpose. Purpose is what whispers to your soul when the pain is too loud. Purpose is what drags you through the fire and says, burn if you must, but don't stop. It's not motivation. It's not hype. It's not a feel-good quote on your wall. It's your soul's contract with the world. It's the reason you were born, and it demands something from you. It demands you stop treating life like a lottery ticket and start living like it's war. A war between who you are and who you were meant to become. A war between comfort and greatness. A war between temporary pain and eternal legacy. Asterisk, but to win that war, your mind must be a weapon, not a wound. Asterisk, most people live like victims. They speak in the language of excuses. I can't, because if only I had, one day I'll... But every time you say those words, you give pain more power. You become smaller. You become what the world told you to be, instead of what you were meant to be. Asterisk mindset is the battlefield. If you lose there, you lose everywhere. Asterisk, your mind is not a cage unless you keep locking it. Your thoughts are not facts unless you keep believing them. Pain may knock, but it's your mindset that decides whether it enters. Asterisk, the Stoics knew this. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire while wrestling demons in his mind. He didn't pray for the pain to stop. He trained himself to rise through it. He sighed, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Asterisk, that strength is already inside you, dormant, waiting, but it won't come alive until you give it a reason. That reason must be bigger than the pain, bigger than the fear, bigger than the failures behind you and the mountains ahead. Asterisk, you are not lost. You are not broken. You are becoming. And becoming anything worth becoming is not a painless journey, but it is a sacred one. Asterisk, so make up your mind. Are you here to survive or to transform? Asterisk, because pain is the price, but purpose is the reward, and the ones who embrace that price fully, completely, ruthlessly, are the ones who leave behind. More than comfort, they leave behind a legacy. Asterisk, and legacy is forever.